Hmm. What's good? It's Chigozi. Wednesday, September 23rd, 2020. Today's the date with 3672 numerology. And in case you haven't watched the live streams, we already saw this date in advance. Someone asked about it. We looked at it. Today is Jesuit order numbers. Jesuit order 7254, government 52. So they talk about the White House, Capitol Hill, White House 52. Buckeye 3672, Sun equals 9, day with 99 days remaining, racism equals 99, race 18, racism 36. We're going to put that in too. Sub Nathan, sub John, Trump, racism, and Ohio rituals. And there's one other thing I just mentioned. We get some NASA stuff, obviously. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't even matter. Negro 32. The 267th day of the year. See Donald Trump right here. Kentucky. Breonna Taylor, see? Racism. We have Breonna Taylor. Oh my god, man. This stuff is so easy. That's why the news is fake. You can look at the date numerology and say, okay, we're gonna have these types of riddles in the media. Don't forget Eric Garner, the guy who choked him, the officer, wore number 99 during the George Floyd shooting. On the gas station, they had like coffee of 99 cents. They're showing that on the display. Now, date with 90 days remaining, they're talking about Breonna Taylor. On date with 18 numerology, race 18, racism, rituals. This is, I mean, again, the news is fake. Stop expecting me to believe it, to try to look at. No, I'm telling you how it's fake. I'm showing you it's fake beforehand, and you see the headlines. Racism equals 99, 27. It's, it was 72, 36, 99 connection. 99 days remaining, 36 numerology, 72 numerology, 54 numerology, reflection of 45. That was this Breonna Taylor propaganda piece from Kentucky as well. Right under Ohio. Kentucky equals 29, like Ohio, 106. I'm not even trying to relate this to Ohio, although it is border. But I find it interesting how we have Kentucky, which also equals 47 with the K exception. Today in the propaganda. But that's where the whole Breonna Taylor thing happens, so that's why. So the main key here is just to talk about Breonna Taylor. Black 29. See the red and blue pillars of Freemasonry. Miscalculation by police led to the tragic death of Breonna Taylor. Guys, this is a ritual from the police. Why do they have to have the red and blue pillars of Freemasonry? Isn't this a 353-second video? 353, the 71st prime, death 20, 71 is the 20th prime, because 353 is the 71st prime, Catholic 71. Of course, published today on 23/9. That's its 52nd prime. I mean, I really want to see the government, like, well, this is the government, but you know what I mean? The White House, Capitol Hill. I mean, we're talking about Trump up there. Maybe that's it. Breonna Taylor, 61, the 18th prime. 191, the 43rd prime, Kentucky 43. Kentucky 47, reflection of 74. U.S. experts get grilled on Trump's virus response. Oh, I shouldn't have closed that banner. They're talking about Dr. Fauci. There's some other breaking stuff up there. They probably would have gone from the date numerology. I don't know why I closed that. I don't think we'll get it back unless I open like an incognito window. We'll see if that works. I want to see what they're talking about. But, if you want to learn some computer tricks, either you open a new browser or an incognito window possibly, because they should have no memory of what happened for most things. But it depends. See? So now we can look at it again. Dr. Fauci and CDC Director Dr. Redfield testified before the Senate on U.S. COVID-19 response. Guys, where's the U.S. Senate? I mean, I'm fucking telling you things before they come out. U.S. Senate. The United States Senate is the upper chamber of the United States Congress, which, along with the United States House of Representatives, the lower chamber, constitute the legislature of the United States. The Senate chamber is located in the north wing of the Capitol building in Washington, D.C. I mean, come on. I literally said I would love to see, and this is, again, I mean, sure I didn't put in the title, but I was talking about this as we're going through. Government numbers. Why? Because we see the Jesuit order 5472, right? And government equals 52. They have 52 numerology on 239, the 52nd prime. But as I say all the time, whenever I say Jesuit rituals, you know these people are always used. I say so many times this with these Jesuit order numbers, you get Capitol Hill, White House. I'm very consistent with saying that. See, Capitol building, where's that at? It's in Capitol Hill. So we're seeing Capitol Hill bullshit ritual propaganda on the front page by the numbers. And even have more, you know? Dr. Fauci coming out with Dr. Redfield. That's Dr. Redfield right there, you know? Chris Redfield. No, this is Robert Redfield or whatever. Chris Redfield's from Resident Evil, but that's the whole point. I forget what this guy's first name is, but we'll look at it.
My tip is, the worst lies are the lies you tell yourself. Like smoking.
The worst lies are the lies you tell yourself. And the lies that you tell yourself that are programmed into you from this gang.
Isn't that dangerous?
You can quit. For free help, visit cdc.gov/tips.
Look at the CDC. Look at them. That's what makes them look good. Oh yeah, they tell you not to smoke and stuff like that.
Available to the public.
And you know, oh yeah, CDC, how are they bad? See, some idiot will see the commercial and think the CDC is fucking great. This is live? Can't be live.
Senator,
oh, it's live.
The
Jesus.
answer is absolutely. People who ultimately decide they want to get the vaccine, you are still going to have vulnerable people in the United States, which would require not only testing, contact tracing, but a implementation of the public health measures that we've been talking about all along. The vaccine availability will go a giant step to controlling the infection, but you're not going to completely eradicate or eliminate it, particularly if you have a vaccine that is even moderately effective, 75%. If you don't have a vaccine that's 98% effective and everybody takes it, you're still going to have vulnerable people in the population, and the presence of those vulnerable people will require the implementation of public health practices, including testing, identification, isolation, and contact tracing.
Masks.
Continuing to wear masks and practice good social distancing and the other public health strategies that
said before she said it.
Absolutely.
How kind of propaganda this is.
Great. Thank you, Mr. Chair. I'm out of time.
Literally, I said en masse, and she says en masse. I mean, what the fuck is this shit?
Mr. Chairman.
I'm glad that we saw him say the end of that, because I was afraid that we're gonna get sucked in, sit there for 20 minutes. But you heard him. Everyone needs to take the vaccine. It's 98% effective. So once it's 98% effective, everyone's going to take it. And until everyone takes it, there'll continue to be masks, social distancing, all the other everything else, the restrictions. So they'll become, oh, well, to get economy back and all this crap, which again, it's all rigged anyway. Everyone must, so that might be hinting the mandatory vaccine. Beyond the whole, if you don't take it, you can't buy or sell. It might be beyond like, oh no, you're literally going to take it, or you can't even be in this country. And it'll have some nation for everyone who doesn't want to take it, which I'll happily live there. It'll still be some New World Order nation, but anywhere that's not a vaccine. So I'm going back to the chat. Hey, what's up, Hammy? Hey, thanks in general. Thanks for helping me out spread this work. Oh, too much Jim Beam. Yeah, Jim Beam will do that to you. Every time I drink Jim Beam, I'm not functioning properly. Type in Cuds Force, September 23rd, and nuclear EMP. They all equal 108 and 45. Could be foreshadowing something. Nuclear EMP. Nice, man. It's something to keep an eye out for. Mourners pay their respects to Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Where does she work at? The Supreme Court. Where's the Supreme Court? Around all that same area, all that federal level stuff. In case you missed it, that's why we're even looking at there. Today is 23/9. White House equals 52. More likely in this case, more fitting, government equals 52. Because they're not at the White House, they're at Capitol Hill, and this what we just saw. I mean, you literally saw a play at Capitol Hill with Dr. Fauci on 23/9, the 52nd prime. What's Sammy Davis from his birthday? This is Anthony Fauci. Guys, after hearing what he said, I hope you don't take the vaccine. And he said himself, the vaccine's 75% effective. If it's not 98% effective, it won't do much. I mean, so I'm not saying it's going to do anything anyway. It's going to kill you and poison you. But if they release a vaccine and try to make you take it, and it's not 98% effective, that should be another your defenses. Dr. Fauci even said that this is not worth taking, and it's it's risky and everything like that. So again, I'm trying to say there's no reason to take the vaccine. You could be the biggest asleep fucking person. You could be the most awake person. You shouldn't take it. There's arguments for either side for anybody. There's no argument for vaccines. That's what I've always tried to tell you. There's literally zero arguments for them. I mean, what? I mean, oh, sure, I'm ignorant. I'm not a doctor. Ooh, okay, go fuck yourself. Keep taking your, aluminum-riddled vaccines. With filled with all sorts of other bullshit. Yes, some don't have aluminum in them. I don't give a fuck. They're also bad. People who hate on, it's not even anti-vax. It's not even a fucking thing. It's called being not stupid. It's called your brain's functioning. Wuhan coronavirus 93, 93 days from his upcoming birthday. He's here. Vaccine has that Saturn pattern. Vaccine, 42, 30 like Saturn 93. Saturn 93, but no vaccine. And he was probably talking about some other stuff. At least you see the 32 connections. Could see from his past birthday. 8 months, 30 days, murder 83. Federal 138, span of 8 months, 31 days. At Capitol Hill. Again, all this federal bullshit numerology. Federal 138. So 8 months, 31 days from his birthday. Or, no, well, that'll be 9 months then, right? So, excuse me. I don't like to do that. Sure, it is 8 months, 31 days. But again, I have to be very, very on point with what they're doing. So it's 9 months. Sun equals 9. Jesuit order number. Where's this guy even from? Like, New York? Yeah, I mean, it's a very clear New York accent, but then sometimes I wonder, like, am I just hearing things? Anthony Fauci, don't forget it equals 56. 187, like Society of Jesus. Fauci equals 32. So that's why we got him with the 32 from his upcoming birthday. See how simple this is? Fauci equals 32, like Scottish, like America. This is 3 months, 2 days from his upcoming birthday. Also 13 weeks and 1 day. 131 is the 32nd prime number. It is bullshit by the numbers propaganda and ritual. So again, how long have we been even going for? Because we're already done. 12 minutes, 15 minutes. This is 14. So say 15 minutes. And hey, what's up, Alex? Glad you dropped in. I mean, I know you're not even that late. Use the word loose. There's no being late or early to this, but it's just like man, we just saw Dr. Fauci say some shit, and then he's naming off stuff. We saw how the lady was going to talk about masks and social distancing before she said it. We saw today's 239, the 52nd prime, government 52, White House 52. We have Capitol Hill all up in here. We see the racism, race numbers. We're talking about Breonna Taylor right here, Ginsburg right here, all in black, wearing masks, doing the hidden hand. Supreme Court steps, Ginsburg's former clerks. Oh, so I thought this was gonna be a murder by numbers because it would have been easy to do. Schitt's Creek actor Francois Arnault shares that he identifies as bisexual. I still think this is gonna be pretty easy to do. I don't even want to do this because again, sometimes if I can't, I feel like when I don't get these, I feel like it's just such a waste of time. But I can't, again, I can't operate off fear. You gotta just do it at this point. Because someone here probably loves the show. They probably love this guy. They probably think he's so great. You know, he's probably a good guy. Just acting for the gang. Doesn't really know who really his employers are. Just likes to act. But he's in this by the numbers. Total combat is by the numbers. And I always look for 48s, 33s with this. Because, sex, 48, 33. That's the main pattern they use. Gay, homosexual. I'm not equating these. I'm not saying if you're gay or homosexual, bi is the same thing. But they use the same numbers. Schitt's Creek, 76. July 5th, 1985. This will take like 1 minute. That's why I'm doing this. These don't take long. So from his 35th birthday till today, that's when they're publishing this. Yep. 80 days, 81 days. Schitt's Creek, bisexual. 39.93. 2 months, 18 days. I may see some Saturn Moon pairing here. And that could be, it's always these deeper occult rituals. Saturn, Moon, parallels, bisexual. But here's the lowest hanging fruit I could see so far. Bisexual, the most pure cipher, equals 30, like Saturn. 113 is the 30th prime. This is coming 11 weeks and 3 days from his 35th birthday. Catholic 35, Thelema 35. Like I really see some Thelemic Saturnian ritual with this guy. France 47, like time. Canada is very French. And he's his French name from Canada. Francois 84 is a big number for France as well. Jesuit 84. See with the C. Jesuit Order 144, Francois Arnaud 672. When you use the C instead of I forget what that's called. But I always did very poorly in French class. Francois Arnaud 72. Today was 72 numerology. So I mean, it really was that simple. Arnaud 23, or no, whatever you pronounce it. Arnaud 23. Today's the date with 20. It's the 23rd of the month. And then here they have him here 2018, updated at 10:08. On a date with 18 numerology. And again, I see that. I'm like, okay, what are they doing? I know Sun 18. We see Moon and Saturn numbers. But then I always wonder, is it just... Because then, with these big Saturnian rituals, they'll still link them to like what the details are in here. Like Francois Arnaud, the actual spelling, 6921, 210, that's 21. Saturn 6921. But I really want to look for a 61 or something that connects to 18 with the details. Francois. Probably not, but stuff like that I don't want to give up on. But Schitt's Creek didn't have that either. But some of this 18, maybe bi. I don't know. There's something with 18 in this riddle, obviously. Sometimes you don't want to let these off the hook, but sometimes you just kind of have to. If you're, again, just going through them, if you're just researching on your own, chilling, no, you can spend in 2 hours finding if you want. But I guarantee you won't take that long. It'll probably take another few minutes. But, nothing that's an obvious 18. But I see how they have them in there. Hey, Kelly. Yeah, look, 18 solar seal. Oh my god, and all the sun numbers we saw, is that today? Because they're having this Saturn, clearly some Saturn, Sun, Moon numbers in his name. Hey, Kelly, glad you just joined. Chicago Bears. Dr. Savage has a Chicago Bears ritual. Let's make sure I'm not missing any part of it. Sayers. You see, so multiple people talk about the Sayers character. Gale Sayers, ritual sacrifice for the Super Bowl for the Bears. And Dr. Savage made a post on it. So I'm gonna read these notes from Dr. Savage, like in the comments. You can even look at your post on YouTube, and then we'll look at this actor, how he died by the numbers. Gale Sayers, ritual sacrifice to the Super Bowl for the Bears. And then Pegor's talking about this NFL as well. I'm talking about this. That 75 Fauci mentioned syncs back to the NFL's 75th season, the Diamond Year, which syncs back to San Francisco 49ers who won the season. Kim K was studying law in San Francisco and husband Kanye Diamond song. That's really, really interesting. Wow. Oh, no, I'm already done. I just meant done with the extremely bam examples because they just right away give us all the stuff. Like, how it goes. As soon as you open CNN, bam, just like all the riddles right there. But there's plenty more. We got at least like 30 minutes. So Pride Hammy Sosa says from Gale Sayers' birthday to his death today is a span of 3 months, 25 days. 325 is the 25th triangular number. On the 52 date numerology, death equals 25 and 52. Oh, nice, Alex. You took off work today because the date numerology seemed like something will go down. Well, we're probably gonna catch it. Yeah, better safe than sorry. Absolutely. From Sayers' birthday to, and you're in New York too. I mean, yeah, I would definitely. I mean, just not to get too much off track, but 33. What's September 26th? And it's also what? Isn't that months after their birthday? Their July 26th birthday, so it could be some actual kind of month deal. But New York City 57. Look for Saturday. New York 39. New York City 57. There's Sacrifice 55. There could be stronger numbers here, but the 39 life lesson number already takes the cake for so many things. So looking for New York that day. 96 days remaining. Freemason 96. But from Sayers' B-Day to today was 16 weeks and 5 days. Chicago Bears Super Bowl 55 equals 165. Wow. That's really cool. Schitt's Creek up the Brown High. Alex is also taking off November 3rd. Same numerologies today. And it's the 71st day. No, wait, that's March 11th. Look at this. They flip it around on me. You look at this. I can't. So it's about how I put the year in. I'll figure this out at some point. I could just code it to force it to never do this again. But still, the 308th day of the year, Death Killing Murder 38, 50 days remaining, Jesuit Order 54, AHS 18, Sun 18, 54, Murder 34, 1-1, big 113 dates, and then 311 to 64 prime. From today to Super Bowl is 19 weeks and 4 days. Chicago Bears Super Bowl 55 champions, 194. Adam Lastman said you told everyone Nuggets had it last night easy. Nice. That's good. Letting people know. So genius of Sagittarius can get an arrow to the moon. Jupiter's most powerful. I'm not too sure. Big Dick Nick equals 55. Super Bowl 55. Yeah, general. I'm still researching and learning about the different astrology and astronomy stuff. Hey, Cormac. Yeah, Kathy, all the people definitely waiting for you to come to give you the wrench. No, so since last stream, I was like, if we all had wrenches, I gave Kelly one. Should have loaded by now. But if we all had wrenches, you could share links. You could, not get accidentally muted because, someone's thing got messed up. Because the thing is, none of you here are trolls. None of you here are, bringing down the research. You guys we're all here for the same purpose. Sharing stuff. Bouncing ideas off each other. So it makes sense for you to have wrenches. It makes sense. It makes no sense for you not to have wrenches. So I'm gonna look at Dr. Savage's post. Look at this Gale Sayers character. See, I always see him on my phone. I don't know how to see. Like I know I see him on the. You have to look for him on here, but if you're browsing on the phone, it always has the posts. But if you're browsing on the desktop, you know what I mean. It's just so different how they put stuff in your face because they know that most people are on their phones. So you gotta go to his channel. Then you gotta go to community. I think I always see on my phone, so I don't even know how to find it here. Okay, community. Make a Bears futures bet for the Super Bowl Division Champs Conference Champs for Bears. It's a potential riddle. The NFL has many options narratives. This is just one, so it's worth making a futures bet, especially if you parlay it with a Lakers championship. Exactly. Risk management. Take the trade. Take the opportunity. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But you gotta shoot your shot. Like if you don't take any chances, you can't woulda, shoulda, coulda when the time comes. If you're into, of course, if you're into sports betting. So NFL legend Gale Sayers dead at 77. September 23rd. Sayers equals 87. He's born May 30th, 1943. May 30th, 1943 in Wichita, Kansas. Gale Sayers equals 112. The Super Bowl is 112 days from his birthday, and Super Bowl equals 112. So Super Bowl 112, Gale Sayers 112. Right, this February 7th, 2021, I assume is the date of the next Super Bowl 55. And that's 112 days from his upcoming birthday. Well, what would have been the upcoming birthday? It's also 8 months, 7 days. Sayers equals 87. 16 weeks and 5 days. From his birthday, he dies. Chicago Bears Super Bowl 55, 165. Chicago Bears Super Bowl 55 champions equals 194. It's 19 weeks and 4 days. He dies from the upcoming Super Bowl 55. Sayers equals 666. Sayers equals 87. Sayers equals 42. Nigger 42. And then from his birthday this year to the upcoming Super Bowl is 8 months, 8 days. Gale Eugene Sayers, his full name equals 88. Chicago Bears Super Bowl 55 equals 330, like 33. In the Jewish cipher, Gale equals 33. And he's dying 3 months, 3 weeks, 3 days from his 77th birthday. This is excellent work, Dr. Savage. Really appreciate you. We appreciate this. This is crazy. Really good stuff. I mean, in a good way, obviously, not what the sheep say. Oh, this is crazy. No, this is good stuff. And I also think of this. I know right now we're not in a bear market, but just this is the year, right? Because what happened in Super Bowl 54, and then what happened to the market? Super Bowl 54 was 2/2, right? It was over here. It was over the weekend, so the closest date you have is 2/3. So the Super Bowl happened over this weekend. The market then makes newer highs after this pullback, right? Makes newer highs. And then not even a couple weeks later, huge sell-off. So I'm not saying we're in a bear market, or maybe the Bears going to Super Bowl could foreshadow the incoming bear market. But the fact that this happened this year, maybe that could be part of the riddle. Oh, I'm not gonna bother with that. But you see the market now. Right now, it's in a downtrend. But it's a matter of to where, because this could be the low of the downtrend. It can start making higher highs from here. But that was excellent, man. I really appreciate that. That's really good. Yeah, great breakdown. Precious metals sold off. USD soaring. Good. I hope these precious metals are selling off. Because they're going to keep going higher. Guys, we want gold and silver to sell off so you can catch those dips. I mean, again, if you're holding for the really, really long term, I'm sure it doesn't matter. Like, especially silver. I've always feel like silver, it doesn't matter when you buy it. If you're holding. Because, guys, I mean, when silver's at $50, or back to where it used to be, you're going to really, care that you bought it at the highs of 30? Sure, you want to go all in. You want to, buy it smart level. I love this drop. Oh, my goodness. Because it's funny because I saw silver here. I saw silver here. I saw it every time I'm there. I was like, okay, I'm gonna buy even an ounce of it or whatever, and I just didn't because I'm just too focused on other things. I don't have the capital to really get into it. But this, I'm gonna catch one of these falling knives. I am soon. This is a good time to buy. Sure, you can be more patient and wait for more of a sell off, but it's silver at average time. Guys, I'm bullish on metals. I'm not saying you have to be. I like gold also, obviously, but silver's is cheaper. We're going to go back to the prop again, and we're going to sit on this. But you got to look what silver used to be. Used to be, its all-time high is $50 back in the 80s. I don't care if it's, it's been as low as $5 too, right? But you got to think of where we're headed, the long term, the uses of silver. I think I'd do a bit more fundamental research. I'm obviously not a metals investor, so I'm probably one of the most ignorant people you can hear. But how I would do is like anything else, I would just trade it. I would buy. It is like this. See this breakout level here? If it starts consolidating around here, that's good. Sure, for a move lower, but or you can wait for it to break above $25 because it's going to break. It'll break all this then, and start to grind higher. So it's a good thing. I'm excited to see that. Because who do you think was pumping up silver this whole time anyway? This is gang. $50 in the 1980. Oh, you're right. Exactly, man. Good point. Being at $50 in 1980 is $150 to $200 today. So it's definitely worth a lot more back then too, if you look at it this way. And so with inflation too, it's like, wouldn't you rather buy silver, and then when inflation keeps happening, the dollar gets shittier and shittier and shittier, you will still have precious metals? To me, it makes so much sense to have other currencies, other metals, stuff that's not the US dollar. I guess I'll show you how to make the US dollar with trading, but then use those US dollars to buy other shit that's not so fucking worthless. That's not so fucking pathetic. Right? So yeah, don't shy away from making the dollars, but again, you don't want to hold on to them for too long and have them do nothing. So we already saw Gale Sayers through Dr. Savage, so we can see what CNN is talking about him. Oh, Bleacher Report. It sucks though, because they're not gonna have updated at something 83, football 83, murder 83. Here's where number 40, and look at this, how they even position this: 40 right here, 40 right there, 44, black people 44, African American 44, kill 44. David Baker give a statement. The Kansas Comet. This is so Dr. Savage. We can get more evidence, more riddles for your decode. Kansas Comet. Of course, 121, like blood sacrifice, a reshuffling of 112. And why is it important? Because they're pairing this 112 reshuffling with this 49. Super Bowl numbers. Super Bowl 49, 112. So we get that in Kansas Comet. His name, 112. Was it Gale Sayers? Gale Sayers, 112. Slave 31, Afro 68. 11 times 11 is 121. Football's a game of 11 on 11. The Kansas Comet 68, burst onto the scene in the National Football League and captured the attention of all of America. Despite playing only 68 NFL games because of an injury-shortened career, Gale was a clear-cut and first-ballot Hall of Famer for his accomplishments on the field and for the man of character he was in life. So are you understanding how they're saying he played only 68 NFL games and Kansas comma as they put here equals 68? That's number 4 for Afro, 68. For what? Barack Obama, 68. The 1968 Olympics, well, that Black Power stuff, they're wearing their afros. It's a big number for black people. MLK, when was he assassinated? We saw this riddle yesterday. The 44-year-old person killed by the police or whatever. Or no, the police found his burning body. He was 44 years old. His name equaled 68. He was a grandfather. We just saw that yesterday. And now we have this guy, number 40, but 44, so they put this 44 right here. And his nickname equals 68. And he played only 68 games. MLK dying in 4/4 and 68. These people give you this 44-68 pairing, and it's always with black people every single time. So repetitive. Slave 14, 1004. We read a 14 at 104. Like Roman Catholic Church. What's up, Daniel OJ? I don't know why you don't have a... They're probably fucking with you. The Market Sniper is a good trading channel. Nice. I'll check that out. I love following new traders, seeing what they're doing, seeing how they see the markets. The Market Sniper. His name, yeah, black man in a burning bush or whatever. It was like, or they found him in a burning ditch. Yeah, that was so silly. His name, 158, 59 like Freemasonry, also 58 with the S exception. Nice. And also 59 like Negro. So he has the Freemason numbers in his name. Nice, Adam. That's awesome to hear. Yep, happy to be alive at 62. They want you not to be. How many? You talk to so many people. Oh, I don't want to live. What's the point of living so long and all this? 62. I want to be out by 40, by 50. It's because they hate this world and not because of the agenda. It's because they've been programmed the wrong things. Oh, no problem, Daniel. What's my take on crypto? My take on crypto is that it's gonna. I think it's gonna have another run, like a big kind of run, like it did back then. Could be even bigger because it just needs a catalyst. But my take on crypto is like anything else. You've been living cashless lately. I think that's always the way to do. Like, train yourself to live cashless. Like, not have to use cash. Not have just make things, depend on things that aren't cash based. Be as frugal as you can. So keep. It's not gonna be perfect at the beginning. But just the fact that you're doing that, Alex, I'm always, operate the same way. So I love hearing that. But here's my take on cryptocurrency. Do I think it's a good time to buy gold? I think, in the grand scheme of things, I do. But it's always about period. So let's look at the gold chart. Yeah, I think it's a good time to buy gold. I think, see this resistance up here? This is over, span of months. Because you can buy bits of gold. And again, if you buy gold now, let's just say, here's how I see it, right? Look where you're buying gold. Let's look at the weekly chart. That'll be even way better. So it's still an uptrend, right? So we're still at all-time highs. Not all-time high. We are. We are at all-time highs for gold. So we're just getting off all-time highs. So you could wait for more of a dip. But maybe once it started to hold 1900 and consolidate here for some weeks, or maybe even some days, you can start taking a little starter position. But I wouldn't dump my life savings into gold right now because you could just still go lower. I would have done it. So this, guys, I always show you this SMA, the simple moving average. I would love, I would definitely have been loading up around this SMA, or at the breakout of this long range multi-year consolidation. I'll mark out the price levels on the chart. And look, crypto's the same way. I wish I had a crypto chart right now. But you see stuff like this, you want to be buying the breakout of this long-term range. Over years, it keeps in this 1400 level, right? And then finally breaks out. And if you miss it, that's fine. It retests. It retested. And this is a weekly chart. So you have plenty of time. plenty of time to make your decision, you know. So don't worry if you miss this breakout. You see this, you see it retest here. I don't want to explain too much of the candle formations because I think they're very important. But just from a very basic level, right now we're making a low. So what if maybe next week we base out here, and then maybe a couple weeks we're hanging around here? Then I'd say sure, it's not a bad buy. But you can also wait a week, and what if it's like down back here to this breakout spot? But for a healthy uptrend, this looks like a pretty decent pullback. You can also look at the percent retracement levels. Like from the highs to down here, it retraced 10%. From this breakout spot to that was 15%. This measure move from this consolidation, or the breakout of, let's just say, so you want to see, okay, this move right here is 8%. So we're already about 10% off the highs. If it goes too low, the trend's trying to break. So long story short, I think it's a good time for the longer term. I think it's going to go get higher, but I think you want to give it a bit more time. Because see right here, see this top right here formed back in 2011? Like, we're not holding this area. Sure, it was a steep top. It was the way the trend was. We can still dip under and go. But in the longer term, do you know what I see? I see a big cup and handle formation. I see this going higher. Because see this big cup right here? It formed the cup. And it went over the cup too, right? So it has to pull back. And again, consolidate. It goes back to what I was saying earlier. This looks like you want to see it consolidate, then start going higher. That's the best case scenario. It consolidates here and it starts going higher again over, the next couple year or two. And I guess it all depends on what, the US dollar, how that type of looks. When a dollar starts to be shitty, the US market goes bad, gold likes to go up. They're kind of inverse. So right now the market's been kind of going up. That's another thing. So there's a lot of indicators you probably want to look at. This one is the final squeeze, and should we buy gold or crypto, and what sites seem good to use to buying currency? So XLM does have the coin logo from The Economist. That's interesting. Yeah, we need to figure out what crypto they will be using. Things it could be none of these. And when is the final squeeze? I don't know. The thing is, guys, timing this stuff is literally impossible. Like timing, unless you're using gematria. Like if you want me to tell you when the final squeeze of any of this stuff is, like gold or whatever, we will need gematria. We will need to see their agenda well in advance, type of thing, because that's how they shift all this shit by the numbers. Because it's these major global events, right? So let's see, we should read back to your question. Yeah, and Daniel actively does this. Just keep adding to your positions, and that's what I was gonna like. You're gonna when you're investing, you're probably gonna be averaging down, right? So wouldn't you rather average down from I don't know. Let's just say here, you could have averaged down from here, and you'd still be up. Like you could have bought. You got to look back here. We're in the same situation. We're up, up, right? We're consolidating here. I could have said, okay, let this base out, wait for it to consolidate. It's kind of doing this, holding support. It held the support like 3 times right here. So you could have bought this support here, bought the break here, you could have bought here, and all of a sudden you want to hold for higher highs, and it just goes lower and lower. And then you're like, okay, but we're below the SMA. You just keep averaging down, you keep buying. It doesn't really exactly matter. You buy bits and pieces each time, just kind of keep investing. Or you wait for it to uptrend. People have different ways in the market, because averaging down is not always the best thing, because this thing can go lower and lower. It doesn't know. It's always easy to see in hindsight, but you could have waited for it to make higher highs. Okay, you notice we're below the SMA. Okay, let's wait for it to make higher highs. Well, it hasn't started making any higher highs or higher lows at all. It's not doing that at all. So you could have maybe dabbled if you want to really average down, but you could have waited to make higher highs and then average up, because you're still going to be making money. So as you see this, you see it reclaim this SMA. Now watch. You could have bought here. Sure, it's never perfect, but it's still making higher lows. Again, this kind of just tells you kind of where things are possibly going to go eventually. They're not really signals. So you see how we're still making higher lows now, right? Now higher highs, higher lows. You see that? So now this is where you can start buying. Maybe whenever, after it makes a higher high, wait for another dip. So it's dipping below the SMA this time, but it's after it started trying to trend up. So you probably want to be buying around here. And it's doing the same thing. See this cup formation, forming a handle, continuation. So you want to look for stuff like that. It's doing it here again. It's going to cup around, consolidate, Sure, it gets a little messy, but again, you're still making at the end of the day making higher highs, higher lows, and that's what we've been doing. So now, what we made this higher high, so we're gonna wait to make a higher low. And this, to me, this seems still a bit too high. Sure, it could form a higher low here and go higher, but you could be a bit more patient. Maybe wait for even more of a pullback. Still hold this trend, and then you can start buying as it's curling back up. So that's what I would do. I'd probably wait. And also look where it's closing today or this week. It's closing at the low. When's this? The week kind of just started though. The week just started, so it's too early to tell. But again, if this closes at its low on the week, again, you probably wouldn't want to buy because people are probably going to be shorting gold. Yeah, exactly. And Alex, that's Alex. I just love everything you're saying right now because it's just like it's a perfect example of how to approach it. You're asking questions. You're not jumping in right now, and it's all about building a plan, understanding what you're doing. I think the biggest mistake people do, and of course I made this mistake before, is just jump right in, throw money at things without fully knowing what you're getting into. You gotta know what you own. So the fact that you're learning, you're trying to figure things out before, that's the best thing. And then start small. And then what sites seem good to use to buy in cryptocurrency? So I don't. So I know I have some shit sitting in Coinbase. I know they've done some shenanigans before. Robinhood, I don't like to promote them, but again, you can buy crypto through them. They're big enough where they because the Robinhood fucks people over all the time. So there's probably much better places. Binance is good. I like Binance probably. I would say Binance. I like Binance because they have charts. I've used them before. Again, all these places people have their issues with. But Binance, I'm like if when I get back into trading crypto, it will be on Binance. Their app is really fun to use. It's easy to get in and out, like scalp stuff. Like I was scalping the 5-minute chart on some of these. I'm gonna go back to doing that now, especially I'm that much better at price action trading. So BNB, BTC, they give you charts. Look at this. It's amazing. Yeah. I should have said this. I think Binance. Again, all this shit can go underwater. I think what it is, though, you can have if you have like a wallet, an offline wallet, that's the best place to keep your crypto, though. You don't want to keep it in an exchange. You want to use these for buying and selling. If you're trying to hold crypto, you want to have a wallet, right? So look up crypto wallets. And I wouldn't even use some people use the digital ones. I've used because I have XRP that I bought years ago, and you print off the actual token, and you can keep the thing you print off in a safe. And if you have the address and the key, then you can get that. That's the safest way to store crypto. But if I had to fuck with it on an exchange, it would be Binance. And again, you see the same. This is Bitcoin. It's doing the same shit. You see, big flush candle down, consolidation around a moving average. Now it's starting to make up. Now it's going to make higher highs. It's going to make higher lows. It's going to form a higher low here, and start maybe tracing back up, and then maybe consolidate around the top of this and try going up again. It's the same. It's price action. Sure, there's the way currencies trade, especially Forex. I don't recommend trading Forex with price action. Of course, people do. They make money. I think Forex is extremely manipulated, to the point, because Forex currencies don't have intrinsic value. Even cryptocurrency, that has more of an intrinsic value, at least for what I see, than actual currencies. The banks can take the dollar up and down as high or low as they want, and they keep printing it and all sorts of things. You know what I mean? So it trades differently. So when I trade Forex, it's more indicator based. Likewise, I would trade like Bitcoin on the daily chart the same way I would trade crypto or Forex. That's how I would do it. But I don't mind, scalping this shit on lower time frames. Like you got a lot of good longer to see from here from 3:25 a.m. till 8:25 a.m. on the 5-minute chart. This has been nothing but uptrend. You could have traded this, and I'm sure Bitcoin does this all the time. It either trends up or down. So you can and not just Bitcoin, something cheaper that maybe has good price action. Right now it's kind of in the middle of this range, but it looks like it's forming an inverse head and shoulders on this moving average, on this 99 period moving average. So you want to look for us to consolidate here, break out of this, and then retest it, and then move up higher. So maybe like a break of 10.5, retest and higher. That's what I would look for. or some bounces off this moving average. Yeah, that's for trading. That's for just really light trading, not long-term investing. Yep, all junk. The fiat paper currencies are all just ridiculous. Pay extra on your at rents or similar. Pad your assets. I know what you're saying. I think I know what you're saying. Just like, I guess, not have a lot of debt. And like, if you have maybe a house, you can put more value into it and stuff like that. Buy in between breakfast and lunch. Yep. Exactly. That's the good way to put it, in general. And I'll keep that in mind too for crypto. Like once the thing is, like, guys, I like to focus. I like to be focused, right? Like, I'm really been really focused on small caps. So, like, look at SP. Like, I think momentum might be back. Hopefully, SPI. Oh, nice. Look at this. I knew it. Guys, it's back. Momentum. I think. I might be true to say momentum's back though. And this is why people wonder why I don't care much about crypto or other things. Because, like, when there's this type of shit trading, it's like, you know what I mean? You don't need anything else right now in terms of making US dollars. So this is exactly what and I've explained this before. Like, these things will squeeze up all day. Short sellers got, squeezed all day. It finds support, but it can only go so lower because shorts are underwater. So buyers are going to step in, shorts are going to cover. And the stubborn shorts keep, averaging to the positions, getting fucked. This thing, guys, this stock was at $1. The stock closed at $1 yesterday. It is now at $11. SPI, this thing has a float of like 7 million shares. And to me, this is much easier price action to trade. It's more accessible. It's easier to manage risks for me. Because even here, managing risk on this position, like, I probably wouldn't buy here. I'd buy the break of this consolidation pattern. And even then, I get triggered to buy because you're in the middle of a range. I don't like buying in the middle of a range, so I'll probably wait for a pullback, a lower low after. I'll have this go up more, then make its lower low, or excuse me, higher low, and then scalp that range, the bottom of that range. And then you'd want this to break out of here, retest, and then see the tape speed up, and then the shorts getting squeezed. That's what this, because I was trading this. I was practice trading this today. Because this market's been so slow, so I haven't really been into the market, like, actively trading, because it's just been, to me, it hasn't been, this is what I like, right? Stuff like this. So if it's not like this, I like to bide my time and just study. But it looks like this thing can have $13.15 today. Unbelievable. But look, it looks like forming some sort of bear trap. This is a bear trap formation where you have this big flush. It's an ABC down, but you want the ABC down to fail. So it's all about, like, waves. So line A to B is from the low of this to this high here, right? That's line AB. Line BC is here. So line BC is longer than line AB, so that means the shorts are starting to short here. You can even see the volume kind of pick up here. But what happens? This harami forms right here, which means that selling interest is going away. Sellers cannot hold this down because too many shorts that are squeezed here covering. Dip buyers are buying, and it sends it up. And these people short here are getting squeezed, and they try it again. And then this thing happened earlier. It's the same thing. Big sell off, A, B, C down. This one actually worked, but again, the C goes only so far, and it starts to trend up. If you can remember that, you can pretty much trade these wherever, whenever. Because before, when I was starting out, you used to be so kind of afraid. Oh, it's so high already, I don't want to buy here, and it just plummets down really fast, which could happen at any moment. But, if you get it, there's lower risk entry points if you understand how these move. If you understand how the price action moves and trades. And it's never perfect. If it was a perfect science, then anyone can do this and anyone can be rich. Literally, because it's not a perfect science. But also, people are just dumb. Shorts are still shorting this. People are shorting this shit. They shorted up here, seeing this, bearish engulfing, and they're about to get squeezed again. And look, this thing's about to rip past 1350. Look at that shit. Rip, look at that shit. Now 1350. See that? When the thing just jumped up 50 cents just like that. Because these shorts got squeezed. They got fucking squeezed. Fucking stupids. shorting every fucking thing that's up, every front side of every move. Sure, there's nothing wrong shorting here, right? But they didn't cover here. I'm saying they didn't cover here. They didn't cover here. You see the volume increasing. Clear. Did I not say this is a bear trap? I literally said that before this happened, and the bears are trapped. Now it's $13.80. This thing's going to $14. It's going to fucking $14. This is why stocks go higher and higher and higher and higher, because shorts keep fucking shorting them. That's like the main fuel of the fire. Shorts, because what happens with shorts here? It's not just the shorts covering. It's the breakout traders buying this breakout. It's the momentum traders adding to their positions. Everyone is buying. Everybody is buying when this happens. Pretty much everybody. Of course, there's some people selling, but most people are buying. So now shorts going to try short at 14. Let's see what happens here. I mean, so it's all about knowing price action and how it works, and knowing how these short sellers, keep making things go up. Just remember, on these COVID-19, 30% of the negative are wrong. And over 90% of positives are false positive on the idiotic test kits. Exactly. The tests are absolute bullshit. I'm not taking any of the tests. The gematria community bankrupted 5 dimes, made him go out of business. That's amazing. I love hearing that. Yeah. Yeah, I do remember the Kodak pump. Yep, I was trading that too. I didn't trade it the whole way, but I think I did trade some of it pre-market, and then just kind of left it alone. And then went to 60. I went to work, and saw $60. I'm like, wow. Yeah, I do remember the Kodak pump. Yeah, that I would like to be my niche. Stock, crypto, gematria. The only thing is, I looked at this stock today. Here's the thing. I mean, this is a good example. Like, this thing is literally, oh my god, this thing is at $15 because I looked away. This thing's at $15. This thing is squeezing out shorts so hard. $15, guys. It's up 1,378%, almost 1,400%. Unbelievable. See, they shorted at 14 in this new candle open. They just got squeezed at 14. Now they shorted at 1573. Guys, this company sucks. I hope you don't think this is because the company is good. Oh, the company is so good. No, this has nothing to do with how good the company is. This has everything to do with how dumb the shorts are. But now they shorted this. Maybe they won here. Thing is, there's also previous resistance on the daily chart. This thing's been pumped and dumped for years. See, we still have room to go. We still have room at. So we've been clearing all this though. This is like this thing's biggest day. Oh my goodness. I cannot believe what I'm seeing right now. And guys, the amazing thing is, this is what creates FOMO in the markets. This is what creates opportunity, because so many people missed out on this crazy move. But this thing was never at $3,000. It means this thing is reverse split so many fucking times. It is a scam. This is literally a scam company. It's a scam. It's from Hong Kong. Not that it really makes a difference, but this company does not mean anything. They have nothing for you. They don't provide you shit. I mean, this thing's been reverse split so much, it's hard to even look at the daily chart. Because I'm trying to see where the next level this thing can go. I think its next level is 26.10. That's the next high I can probably make. Because see this candle, the high here is 1590. Back in 2018. That was the last high it made. And right now, the high today was 1573. So we double topped there. So we have to break this now. And when we break this, there's room to $26. I honestly don't think it's possible, because even when the momentum was really fucking crazy, I mean, I saw UONE go from 1 to fucking 50, so it's very possible. But that's what shorts are thinking now. Oh, it's not possible to go to $20, because these things usually will hit resistance at 20 and then like have problems. So shorts probably are stepping in right now. I wouldn't short this at all. I'd say I wouldn't short any of this. I would long it, because again, you could have bought this top, averaged down all the way, and used to be very up on your position. You could have bought at any point until now, any point today, and you'd be up on your position. So the odds are completely in your favor to go long. Sure, there's people who are shorting this and they're good at it. There's people who shorted this to cover here because they're not stupid. They maybe shorted this pop, covered here. You could do that. I've done that. Yeah, I've shorted some pops in some strong uptrends, but it's risky, and you're not gonna make that much money. You would make more money longing this. But this looks fucked up now. Look at this. Wow. And this dip, this thing hit a high of 1573, sold off to 1255. 3-point drop in a minute. $3. That's also why you want to buy the weight. You don't want to chase these breakouts because you got to chase this breakout. You're now, you might not have bought here, so your average could be up here. This might not go back up to 57.3 ever again, ever. This could be the high of this thing ever because what they'll do then is a reverse split, and then it'll just sell off again, and you'll never get your money back. So again, you want to buy at logical places, not chase these things. Sure, you could have chased and gotten lucky. You're lucky that your shorts kept shorting this thing. But look at the volume profile. It looks like the red bars. I mean, there's still a lot more green, heavy green, but the red are starting to pick up. See, these red bars are bigger. So it looks like the shorts are getting a bit more in control, but I still wouldn't, I wouldn't short this. I don't give a fuck. I would be buying the dips. I would be buying every single dip this thing will be making. So I know people are wondering about the market, stock trading. I hope, I saw I clicked away. You couldn't see that price action when I did stuff like this, but you can replay this. You can go to the on-demand feature maybe in a couple days on Thinkorswim if you're in America, and you can replay this price action and watch it again and again and again. And it's worth doing. I mean, it's how you learn how these things work. It's all based on stuff that's been going on. Like it's human nature. This is all human nature, right? It's all, like I said, if you're short here, you're not gonna want to. Yeah, sure, some shorts added, but you're gonna want to cover. You don't want to lose your money. If you're long here, you bought here. Also, you see it down 3 points, and then it goes back up. That's why this is exactly why this double top formed. It's all psychology. Think about what you would do in this situation. If you bought it at 1573 and you saw your stock you just bought at 1573 plummet down to 1250, you're gonna have a heart attack, right? And then think if you're buying up here, you're probably chasing with so much size. Like almost 2 million shares traded. So so as soon as this happens, what are you gonna do? As soon as you see it pop back up and get as close as it possibly can to your level where you bought it, you're just gonna sell. You're gonna sell and say, "Fuck this! I bought way too high." And that's probably the smart move because you always get back in. You could have sold, got back in on buying one of these ascending support lines, and maybe if it pops up again, you make some more money. So, cut your losses quickly. Don't hold. Don't average down. If you have a very high, like when it comes to trading, I probably would never average down. I think just like you would have to have it in your plan. You would have to say, I'm going to take a very small starter up here, and I'm going to average down into the support level until I'm at my max position size. Because you could do that if that's part of your plan and still be up, knowing beforehand that's how you're going to trade it. That's an option, but most people don't do that. I wish I could laugh at this. Oh, man. No, shit. It seems like my mic is just recently muted. Good. This had to have been just recently. Why did he cancel? I didn't even hear. Oh, that's not about me. Sounds back. Okay, good. It was recent. So I leaned on my I leaned on 30, oh perfect 30 seconds perfect. I leaned on this as I was checking my work computer, and I muted it. Good, thanks. Well, I'm glad you guys were here. Anyone who was annoyed by all the trading stuff, I do apologize. 'Cause I know that's why you're not here. Yeah, you guys we didn't miss much. And a CNN page, I literally all I said was about this Kit Kat flavors Japan. Kit Kat 11, 11, 22. I don't know what Kit Kat equals with today. Oh, oh my God, come on, man. Look, you see how this works? We're talking about the market, talking about something completely different. No gematria, none of that. See, again, this is a dip you probably want to try to catch. Again, it's a dip. And how do you know? I really advocate reading the tape, level 2 TAM and sales, because that's how you know when to hit the buy button. Because you see the bids hit, bids hit, bids hit. You'll see the bids pop up, they'll refresh. I mean, Schwartz can't bring them any lower. You'll see it slow down. You see some green, and then you get in right there. It's not going to be perfect, but you're still getting in around here, selling on this pop. That's the type of dip I would buy on a very strong setup. But Kit Kat equals 72, 18, 45. Today's the date with 72, 18, numerology, 54 to reflection of 45. I'm just showing you can switch, from the charts to trading to gematria. It just shows it's always here. It's always here. Always by the numbers. Uber Eats new ad pits Luke Skywalker against Captain Picard. The USS Enterprise. Picard. Oh, it's really Mark Hamill, and at least I did it before these guys died, but it was all part of the plan. I guess it's not. I don't even like Star Trek at all. I never did, but like, some of Patrick Stewart's like, oh, this guy seems like he's a pretty homey person. He, of course, acted for the gang for the Jesuits, but again, these people, he's probably born into it. So I don't want them to kill these people by numbers. It's just bullshit. Even Mark Hamill, I don't care about Star Wars, Star Trek, but Mark Hamill is these people give people at least a distraction, but at the same time, throw all this tyranny. I'm trying to word this in a way that's understandable, but it's like, what I mean? These people aren't just promoting so much garbage. At least from what I've seen. What garbage is Mark Hamill fucking promoting? Like, yeah, he's distracting people with Star Wars, a big mind control. Absolutely. Like, I'm not, talking that under at all. But, I mean, just, I don't have to compare, but just like, you see the other parts of this agenda. There's you gotta look at the light when you can, you know what I mean? I hope I didn't confuse anyone. But this is a riddle by the numbers, obviously. Maybe some kids or childhood, they look back on it and stuff like this. Maybe like helps them get through all the bullshit going on right now. Maybe that's why they didn't kill themselves already, stuff like that. Demand for Xbox Series X pre-orders is off the charts. Oh my goodness, of course. It's just a turning ritual. I'm not getting it. I mean, especially with Xbox, like everything that's gonna be in this Xbox is gonna be on PC. It's like, they don't. I don't think they do exclusives. I never saw a reason to really own an Xbox. When I had a 360 at one point, I obviously don't play it anymore. Like, I really don't get why they make them. PS4 makes more sense. PS5 because it's all these exclusive shit. If you're into like JRPGs and shit, I get it. But like, or Nintendo's so innovative. They do all these different crazy things. They have their own franchises, but then you have Microsoft. All this shit is being on PC. So to me, it looks like a big ripoff, honestly. Deborah Burks. Peddler. Alex has a good, important message. At this point, don't go off grid unless you legit know where to go and how to your last days there with no help. Sadly, we're highly domesticated. I think it's a good thing to say as well, because some people are gonna just go off grid, but they don't have a plan, right? They don't have a plan, and then they get fucked over. Remember the console wars? Yeah, I did remember the console wars. Oh god, yeah. Saying Xbox sucks since 2016. You've been right, because it really has sucked since then. Exactly. You've been right, Alex. So for DC, I have family coming in town that weekend, and that, it was already a plan before this the DC thing was formulated. Because I would like to be there with y'all, but I have my family to tend to there. But I'll see what I can do. Like, even if it's by the way, when my family's here this coming, I won't be able to stream much either. Breonna Taylor update. 1 officer charged. Nice. Thanks a lot, Kathy. You guys see that? Grand jury announces decision of Breonna Taylor. Are they gonna sit through this shit? I kind of like want to give us the preview, the CNN Go preview, because then it forces us to only have 9 minutes. Or however long, 10 minutes. Can I just tell us the names? We get the gematria? Alright guys, I might have to quiet down and you guys will watch this, and I'll watch it with you.
Decision, whether or not it was going to go far enough to appease many of the people who have been out here for weeks, and also her family, right? Let's remember Breonna Taylor's family in all of this. They wanted more, and it would seem like that right now they did not get what they wanted, and certainly people here. People are out here. There's a woman in the distance here, very upset, and that's been the reaction here from a lot of the people. Just very upset. We've seen, as I said, people crying. And so we will see what the rest of the day here and obviously the night brings. But you can hear some of the chants now. Many of these people, Breonna, have been here for weeks. This park, Jefferson Square Park, has been set up as a vigil. Police have allowed them to remain here. And they've been here waiting for this day, waiting to hear what charges, if any, were going to be brought. And as you
race numbers, wanted endangerment, 2781.
They're now gathered around, and many of the people just very unhappy.
Unbelievable. See,
with
race,
the grand jury.
2781.
That count.
Like wanted endangerment.
That felony.
See that?
The lowest
by the numbers.
The wanton endangerment.
And yeah, and Shimon, I mean, let's as we watch this scene there in Jefferson Square Park, let's just recount for viewers what has happened here in this police-involved killing of Breonna Taylor from back in March. We've now learned that only one of the 3 officers who fired shots have been charged. And one of the reasons that you are seeing folks here in this park who have been calling for accountability in the form of
there were 52 numerology, 52 right there. Look at that.
All 3 of these officers, they are distressed that it is just one. And what we've learned about the charge against that officer is that it is not manslaughter. All right, this is wanton endangerment in the 1st degree. It is a felony, but this is not anything that would bring a life sentence. And that is not enough accountability when you see some of the protesters here in Jefferson Square Park, Shimon. I want to bring in Jason Carroll. One of the things we're hoping to hear, Jason, is from the Kentucky Attorney General. Because,
take your mask off. Can't hear you.
This is a complicated case. Stupid. I would really encourage people to read up on this. There is no body cam footage of it, right? We don't have video of it, which I think for some people makes it maybe difficult to understand. But there's a lot of information about what happened that night that raises questions about why were the police even there? Was this no-knock warrant the right way to approach it? Of these officers who fired their weapons, which bullets struck Breonna Taylor, right? Who killed Breonna Taylor? Who is physically responsible for doing that? There is ballistics information. There should be a lot of information from which the Kentucky Attorney General is going to be able to pull from and try to explain why we are seeing these charges, Jason.
Right, and still a lot of outstanding questions here, and
John
the Attorney
Carroll,
General is
Jason
going to be
Carroll.
laying out his case just a few moments from now. But we already know the foundation of what has happened here. Basically, wanton endangerment in the first degree, and according to Kentucky state law, that happens when a person has wantonly engaged in conduct which creates a substantial danger or death or serious physical injury. Again, this is a low-level felony punishable by up to 5 years. This is not what Breonna Taylor's family wanted to see, not what her mother wanted to see. I've spoken to her on a few occasions, and at one point I asked her, did she have faith in the system? And she said that she has seen the system fail so many times, she didn't really have faith that the system was going to rule in her favor this time. And even before this happened, Breonna, there was a lot of talk about this particular officer, Officer Brett Hankinson, who, as you know, was fired by the Louisville Metro Police Department for wantonly and blindly firing his weapon 10 times. And there was a lot of talk among those who support Breonna Taylor and her family that perhaps this officer would be the, quote, fall guy. And then the reason why they say that, it's because it's the family's position that all 3 of the officers that day were reckless, that all 3 of them should be held accountable. And at the very least, that these officers should have faced second-degree manslaughter charges. That is not what we're seeing. And again, we're going to hear from the Attorney General, get an opportunity to hear about the case, lay out some of the specifics in terms of how they reached that decision. A lot of concern about what's going to happen going forward, protests of that nature. Obviously, the Taylor family has called for peaceful protests. We've seen people out there at the park day in and day out protests for some more than 100 days. Not all of those protests peaceful, but again, the family hoping for peaceful protests. The city of Louisville basically is at a point where they have boarded up buildings in downtown. The mayor at this point has called for a curfew starting at 9 p.m. tonight in anticipation of those who want to come out and protest from 9 p.m. until 6 a.m. National Guard here also activated as a precaution as well. So a lot of moving parts going on here, but one point is clear at this point. Taylor's family definitely disappointed with the outcome of the grand jury. Breonna?
Yeah, I think it's so hard for people to understand some of this, Jason, because here you have Breonna Taylor, a young woman who was, at the time of her death, a medical technician, and she was pulling overnight shifts, right, at the beginning of COVID. And she was, that was what her life was. And for it to end the way it did, amid so many questions about how this was conducted. I want to bring in Charles Ramsey.
He's our... to that.
Sorry, please go on, Jason. No, please go on.
Well, just to add to that, 26 years old and beloved by her family and those who knew her. And, this is why it is so very difficult for so many people to understand who support the Taylor family as to why the officers showed up in the way they did, why serving that no-knock warrant in the way that they did, using a battering ram to break down her door. Now, again, officers have said that they announced themselves that night on March 13th. That is a story that has been something that the Taylor family does not support. They say that Walker, her boyfriend at the time, did not hear the officers announce themselves. And so a lot of questions. But at the end of the day, an innocent woman, a 26-year-old woman, is dead. And so her family is dealing with that. Her mother has been struggling to deal with that. Her mother has told me, Breonna, that she hasn't even really had the time to grieve because immediately after her daughter's death, it took on a life of its own. And it's become sort of part of this political movement. And so a lot, again, as I say, a lot of moving parts, but we want to wait to hear from the Attorney General to hear exactly what he has to say in terms of laying out the case.
Yeah, that's right. Walker said that he just heard banging. He was actually concerned that it was Breonna Taylor's ex-boyfriend who was coming to make some sort of trouble, and he was worried for his defense and the defense of Breonna Taylor. The police have said that even though it was a no-knock warrant, They were knocking, they were announcing. I think I've heard from we've heard from a neighbor who said they've heard police announce once. That's the most that we've heard. But to hear from Walker, he said, no, he just heard banging on the door, and he was very concerned. He didn't know it was the police. I want to go to Shimon. Shimon, you're there in Louisville. What are you seeing?
Yeah, so now people are marching. You can hear behind me. We're now marching through downtown Louisville. We left that area, the park that I was at before, and we're waiting for the Attorney General to have his press conference so he could explain himself into how he proceeded with this case, why he chose the route he chose. Of course, that ballistics evidence, we need to hear more about that. We'll see if he gets into that. But the point, and the most important point, I think, is that the people here are not happy with this decision by the Attorney General, with this decision by the grand jury, which did not go far enough. And so now, as you can see, several hundred people have left the area we were in, and we are now marching through downtown Louisville. And I could tell you there's no police around. I think the police have sort of said that they were going to allow protesters to come to this area to peacefully protest, to walk the streets, to march, and we're seeing that here. Right now, there is no police presence around here. We'll see as the day goes on and as we get into the night and what happens. There's a curfew here, as Jason was saying. But the point is, this is going to be the opportunity. This is going to be where we're going to hear a lot of these people voice their opinion of this. Many of them have already, and we will see. Very key here is going to be how the Attorney General explains himself in what should be a press conference.
So that's the one good thing about CNN Go, because it gives me that finite time to look at the propaganda. I mean, you see how complete nonsense that was. You saw the Gematria I was doing. And that's like, I got some of that. So we have, the main things I saw was all the Kentucky numbers that were even there. Go for Kentucky equals 47-29. No knock warrant, no knock 29. Battering ram they mentioned using 5679 like Society of Jesus. You know, the Louisville, Kentucky with the 46 sacrifice numbers, 55. You know, 84 like Catholic Church or the Catholic Church 75. They even have Jason Carroll 47 in Kentucky. 34 reflection of 43. Called the police, you know, the fall guy 30, quote, fall guy, you know, quoted something that equaled 33. Wanton endangerment with the race numbers. And then to top it all off, who was the news anchor giving us all the propaganda? Brianna Keeler, wasn't it? I had to make sure. I didn't want to say it during the thing, because I get her and someone else mixed up. But I look like Brianna Keeler. See that? They had fucking Brianna Keeler giving you nonsense about Breonna Taylor. And if this wasn't her, it was someone looked just like her, but I'm like 99% sure it was her. So, I mean, again, it's always mockery and riddle with the gang. Oh, Kathy. Wait, better take a nap because writing gonna be the entertainment for the evening. Oh, yeah, it will be. Are you in Louisville, Kathy? I didn't even know that. Gotta do more PM streams for real. PM stream, like at night. Yeah. They're just harder for me to manage. And also, like, last time I did it, sometimes I think I can do them and get good sleep, but then I just don't. Hey, Winston Breaks is here. Nice. What's up, bro? Glad you could join. Itachi says, race war propaganda 99. That's why we get the 99 days left. Perfect. Racism 99, race war propaganda 99. That's literally what we're just looking at. And these people don't get the mockery. Race war propaganda also 81. Wanton endangerment. This is why they're doing it. I can't believe people don't see how fucking dumb this is. Why? No, don't be mad that this is not a life sententable thing. Be mad that you're being mocked. It equals the same thing as race. It is a race ritual. And what's the name of the stream? Racism in Ohio Rituals. Oh, Michigan. There you go. I'll get up to watch it later. Nice. They're probably doing all this bullshit crap in Michigan too. I'm sure if I go to downtown Columbus now, I'm sure they're gonna start marching again. I still see the Black Lives Matter kids there too, so I'm sure it's even worse in Michigan now. We had someone from Michigan come down here to do it. He was wearing his, blue, what is it called, Go Blue towel or something, beach towel. Or the Wolverines, Because again, guys, if you're trying to piss off these fucking idiots here, all you gotta do is run around with the college team from Catholic State, the Wolverines. If you walk around town with that, around OSU campus, you get some dirty looks from a bunch of fucking sheep. A bunch of losers. Oh. Well, that's always busy now. I definitely get that, Alex. You have to work through your break. Well, I'm glad you're here now. I'm glad you're here for this one. And we've been going for a while. I'm about to stop the stream. Like any minute now. Oh yeah, you hate the blue and maize, go green. Yeah, I'm all for go anything that's not OSU or Michigan. Or any of this crap from the gang. Hammy Sosa go blue. Yeah, I mean, if there's any Wolverines fans here, again, I'm not talking down the Wolverines. I'm the last one to talk down the Wolverines. I've told plenty of Michigan fans, I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I hate OSU. I'll also go blue all I want. It doesn't bother me because I'm not a fucking brainwashed slave. They probably don't understand. And tell them that part because they didn't get it in the context. But I mean, I've never seen blue and said, like, the fuck? No, my brain's functioning. Like, that's why. I can't help but notice this guy's wearing Buckeye colors. And she's wearing Bengals colors. Please, hope this is not from Ohio. Because, look, today's Ohio date numerology. And I was thinking, at the very least, we have these stories from Ohio, at least. And we have, I mean, this could be completely wrong. But these are OSU colors. These are Cincinnati Bengals colors. But this S right there. Please, I hope you're not from Ohio. I'll be so happy if they're not. I really would. I'll happily say, okay, fine, they didn't do it. I don't think they're from Ohio. I think it's Houston. Oh my god, Houston though, guys! I'm telling you, they pair. It's just so dumb because they're pairing Ohio and Texas again. They're pairing Ohio and Texas again. I said they always pair Ohio and Texas. That's what that one weekend they had, like a Texas false flag, but then they had Ohio, tornadoes the next day, or the shooting, or whatever. And when the same Saturnian weekend. Oh my god! So yeah, it's not Ohio, but it's Texas. Get out of here, man. That's what I'm saying. They still gotta do this type of stuff. I don't care. No, I don't care if it's not Ohio. They fucking did the pattern. And when they pair with Texas, they're doing it. They've done way too much. Dr. Adeline Fagan. I'm gonna pronounce it just like that. If I say the other pronunciation, watch YouTube give me a strike. And I think it is Fagan. I fucking hope it is. But in Wisconsin, that's how they pronounce that word anyway. They pronounce it Fagan without the last part. So, but I don't have a Wisconsin accent, so don't YouTube pulling bullshit. But her name, 79, the Society of Jesus, Fagan, 29. I mean, those are Ohio numbers in her name, but I'm not gonna push it. I just couldn't help but notice the colors. It's about COVID, and she's 28 years old. We just had another 28-year-old dying from COVID. The teacher. Parents say 28-year-old doctor who died after coronavirus battle spent her life helping people. So we had a 28-year-old with a pie face, pie in her face. She was 28 years old, that teacher. This now 28-year-old doctor dying. It's the same age, same numbers. COVID-19, 28. Deborah Birx. How long she can remain in White House task force? A distressed Birx. Guys, you have to understand. There's literally no difference between Dr. Birx, between her and what's her name? Betty White. There's really no difference. Jane, whatever. I mean, I'm just trying to think of these female actors who kind of look like her. Reese Witherspoon. There's no difference. They're all actors. This is fake as hell. You're living on a play. Burks, 53, 55, 26, 28, COVID 28, 53. That's why her name is Burks, like COVID. Guys, Burks, come on, man. This is crap. Her name has the same gematria as COVID. 28 and 55. Or excuse me, 28 and 53 and 26. Dr. COVID. Burks, these are coded agents. And again, they're talking about White House task force. And we already saw the Capitol Hill numbers on this Jesuit order, government day, government 52, White House. I guess I was talking about this earlier. White House 52 at the beginning of the stream. White House 52, 239 is the 52nd prime. It's 23/90 with 52 numerology. So you're gonna have White House, Capitol Hill propaganda. That's exactly what we got. We were watching Dr. Fauci live on Capitol Hill earlier. I don't know if I can fit that in the title of the stream. I had to mute myself for a second. That sounds fine. But yeah, I'm going to close the stream anyway. I think looking at Dr. Burke's White House should be a good way to finish this up. People are leaving. People have to go. What's up, Nikki? Oh, Nikki, when you just get here? Well, Nikki, if you just get here, I'm going to give you at least 5 to 10 more minutes of rituals. That's the least I could do for you. I'm going to... 1 second. We're going to find something. 10 TV real quick. All right, cool. So we already looked at this wanton endangerment. So Nick, in case you missed it, wanton endangerment is what they charged the officer for. They equals the same thing as race. Wanton endangerment 20781, race 2781. State trooper charged with raping teenager in Champaign County in CC 33. Champaign? Like raping someone with champagne? I mean, do you not see how fucking dumb this shit is? It's always some mockery from the federal government, from the state of Ohio, from the Jesuits. It's from the same gang. I can't help but notice Louisville, founded in 1778, Jesuit 78, founded by the Jesuit order. Kentucky, everything in Kentucky is from the Catholic Church. I mean, they named it Kentucky by the numbers. What kind of name is Kentucky? It's not named after the Native Americans, named after the fucking Catholics, what they want to name after. State trooper charged with raping teenager in Champaign County. Like alcoholic drink, champagne, CC 33. But I always look for numbers 22, 23, because rape equals 22 and 23. John McLeod, some Scottish police. Oh my God. 2 counts of rape, 2 counts of sexual battery, and 1 count of aggravated trafficking in drugs. The Bavarian Illuminati 221. There's also another number for the Jesuits. I think one of their sayings or something, 221. I got to look that up again. Ohio 29, updated at 1229. So John McLeod will have probably either rape numbers, Freemasonry numbers, or Ohio numbers. I think they're just going to default to Ohio. I mean, if you're an employee for the state of Ohio, a state trooper, you're going to be coded. This is a Freemason. This is one of these shaming rituals he participated in, probably to rank up or something. John McLeod, 171, the 18th triangular number. Sure, Columbus, Ohio has this type of connection. Columbus, Ohio equals 171, 54 deflection of 45. IHS 18, Jesuit order 54. So they're doing that with this guy's name. I know he's not from Columbus, Ohio. He's in a different county, I understand. But they always use these same patterns that whenever they can, wherever they can in the state. John McLeod, 99, 45. Today they with 99 days remaining with this Buckeye. Of course, well, every single day you get Ohio numbers on 10 TV. So I'm not even going to use this date numerology. Because, yeah, you Buckeye propaganda every single day. That's why I'm gonna look on CNN for some of this or some other mainstream media outlet. But John McCloud 99. What else is rape equal? I know it's 40 and 68. Okay. State trooper raping a teenager. Probably I wouldn't be surprised if it was 17-year-old. State trooper 71, a Catholic. 55, a Catholic. Trooper equals 44. The fucked up thing is, this could easily be completely real. You know, when it's fucked up shit like this, I would not put it past this fucker to actually have done this all for Masonic ritual. You know what I mean? And then aggravated trafficking in drugs, because that's what the police always do. Yep, 17. I see 17 years old. Did I not say before the teen's going to be 17 years old? He offered her alcohol and Vyvanse. 17 years old. How did he think I guessed this? Because Trooper 107, which is 17, in these 17 states, teen equals 17, right? So teen 17 in the 17 states. By the numbers. Alcohol and Vyvanse. Vyvanse equals 68. Like rape. He's trying to rape her with Vyvanse. It's this by the numbers ritual from the police. And guys, think about it. Even if this didn't happen, right? Think about how it's scaring people. Any sort of story about rape it elicits bad memories. Anyone who's ever been sexually assaulted or raped, it brings those memories back. It puts into the consciousness. There's absolutely nothing good or beneficial about this particular piece of propaganda ritual. And they still have to put it in your fucking face. You even have to have the Buckeyes colors on the frame of this photo. Because this is the Ohio State Buckeyes putting this out. It's the same gang running it all. I don't know where Champaign County is. I couldn't tell you. I don't, guys, I tell you, my Ohio geography is not the best. But Champaign County 170, like 17. Champaign County 71, like state trooper. Oh my goodness. In Champaign County, giving her alcohol and Vyvanse. Like, is this not a fucking joke? Champaign equals 171 and 45. Like John McCloud. Oh my goodness. What a bunch. This is fake. I mean, how do you sit here and look at this shit and say, oh, it's actually all organic? Sure, again, he could have definitely raped this person. I would not put that past him, but it was all planned. It was all supposed to fucking happen. Wait, unless they mean Champaign County, Illinois, and they're talking about it in Ohio. But no, Ohio State Highway Patrol. Unless he was in... Let me see. I know about Champaign, Illinois. I know that one. Maybe Ohio's the lesser popular one. Yeah, Champaign County, Ohio. Urbana. It means plain in French. Oh, this is kind of close to me. It's like west, not too far from Columbus. Columbus is like right here, so it's like a couple counties over. Okay, so guys, I learned my own. I'm learning gematria. It's in the Dayton, Ohio. It's in the Urbana. Okay, yeah, because it's closer to Dayton. Because Dayton's kind of closer this way, but Columbus is not that from Dayton anyway. It's like an hour and 15-minute drive. So Dayton, Springfield, Sydney, Ohio, that type of area. Okay, but it doesn't matter where it's from. It's by the numbers. Oh my god, I'm blown away at how obvious this is. So records show McCloud is accused of raping a 17-year-old girl in June after he offered her alcohol and Vyvanse, a drug used to treat ADHD and binge eating disorders, at an address in Champaign County. Unbelievable, man. He lives in Union County. Union, like Freemasons are unified. In December 2019, McCloud tested positive for marijuana during a random drug screening, according to his personnel file. Stupid. This is all ritual. And honestly, who gives a fuck? I think that's a good one to pretty much end on. ADHD equals 17? Oh my god. See, ADHD 17, he's trying to rape a 17-year-old in Champaign County with alcohol and ADHD medicine. Like, come on, man. Absolute mockery. It's a bunch of bullshit. Don't you get it? The state of Ohio puts out fake news, contrived rituals. This is local. This is local news. If you're not in Ohio, you would not know about this, right? This is as local as it gets. Local fucking news. Well, as local as it gets would be me being in Champaign County and whatever super local shit they have is they're talking about it. But you know what I mean? It's local news. Was this? See, I'm looking at this 50 Granville High School. Was this published yesterday on 22/9? It might not be. It could be from today. But I see 50. I say maybe it could have been published yesterday because this happened yesterday. No, it was today. It's worth checking though because 229 is the 50th prime. Yesterday's a big 50 ritual. 50 Granville High School students quarantined for possible COVID-19 exposure. The quarantine students will be allowed to attend school again on September 30th. You won't coronavirus 93. Granville, 53 to 16 prime. Ohio. Don't forget high school equals 59 to 17 prime. Ohio talking about high school again. The 17th state. See them use that pattern a bunch. Staff cuts. Oh my goodness. Staff cuts, furloughs announced amid 107 million Ohio State athletics budget deficit. 107, like 17. That's also the 28th prime. Buckeyes, the plural, 27. Or excuse me, 28. So the Ohio State Buckeyes in this. Oh my God! None of Ohio State's 36 sports will be cut. I'm just telling you about the Buckeye pattern. Buckeye, 36. None of Ohio State's 36 sports. Guys, this is by the numbers. Why do you think I come to 10 TV all the time? To show you these every single day. Because they use the same fucking number. The Woody Hayes, I know exactly where it's at. The Les Wexner Football Complex. Again, Ohio State Buckeyes. Buckeyes 28. 107 is the 28 prime. 107 million. I know I do teach about Buckeye 27, but I've also taught for years. They do use 28 as well. Who's born 10/7? Urban Meyer, this actor for the federal government, for the Jesuits, his 107 birthday. See? This is an actor for the state of Ohio. This is what happened here in 2017 season. Ohio, the 17th state. Ohio is the 17th fucking state in the union. It is the 17th state. They use the number 17. We see it again and again and again and again. Their flag with a great conjunction. The seal's the sun. Today it's the sun numbers. But again, you can scratch that because we're looking at the local news. It's the shit every single day. But the Middle Union is the 17th state, March 1st, 1803, day with 4 and 7 numerology. Declared retroactively in 1953. All-purpose ritual, 53 to 16 prime. 7th of August, Jesuit 78. Day with 33 life lesson number. 87 numerology. These people love these numbers. It's the Buckeye State, 36 sports. Like, how do people not see this like what these people are doing? I just don't get it. Even the safe 7 million, we're at 70, the same numbers as Ohio. I'm sure these are coded. Look. Oh my God. Are you not fucking seeing these dates? I hate how blatant this fucking shit is. 48 members of the athletic training staff and strength and conditioning staff will have a 5-day intermittent furlough to be completed between October 6th and June 30th, 2021. Columbus 106, Buckeye 36. I mean, like, what the fuck? See, they have it here again. 213 staff members, death 213. One on October 9th, 109 to 29 prime, Ohio 29. I'll give them a pass since December 31st. It's because of the last day of the year. 47 contracted staff members. That's probably still by the numbers, though. 84 staff members, 47. Ohio, 47. Columbus, 47. Jesuit, 84. Ohio, 25. I cannot. Society of Jesus, 56. Athletics, 56. The budget for fiscal year 2021 was already cut by $5.6 million. What am I looking at? My head is just exploding right now. I can't believe what I'm fucking seeing right now. I really can't. It's just all the numbers right here. Everything's perfect. Oh, my goodness. Okay, we're gonna be done. I mean, I'm done with this shit. 1.7 million, 17. It's just the same. 5.8 million for Freemasonry, 58. Okay, because I would go back to work. Hysterical, right? Sup, MOR? Just absolutely crazy. Look, MOR, anyone who's from Ohio State, guys, this MOR is not even from this nation. He lives in England. So someone who's in the UK can see Ohio does shit by the fucking numbers. And you're in America, you can't see it. That means you're fucking screwed. Your head is so far up your fucking ass, you'll never see anything for this agenda. And it's so sad. Because, again, there's no excuse for Daniel OJ, MOR, other people to fucking see what's going on. They don't even fucking live in this state. They don't even live in this country. 10.1 million, 101. Nice. The 26 prime. MOR says, in UK, they ask you to call 119 if you have symptoms for Celeb 19, Lockdown 119, The Tories 119, Mental Health 119, Welfare 119, Mood Swing 119. So in UK, they want you to call the reflection, also the reflection of the Ultra Emergency Dialing Code in their satellite nation, America, which is founded by UK, never left UK, still run by the City of London, with their Washington, D.C. branch, all run by the Jesuits. You have to call the reflection of 119, in UK for COVID. It's bullshit. Yeah, it's getting so ridiculous. Word up, Gaia. Yeah, always a delight. So I really appreciate y'all. I think it's time to end the stream. I mean, that had to be for the finale. I mean, come on. It's the second time Nikki joins. We go like 5 or 10 more minutes and see just like excellent shit. I love it when that happens. It's like, it happened some of you guys as well. You guys will join. We'll look. Bam. So thanks a lot, Nikki. Thanks everyone. Kobe autopsy. What? That happened? Come on. That today. I'm saying come on because like that's something we got to talk about. But it's like I don't even have time for that. And I hope it's not recent. Oops, I can't get rid of the bro part. Whoops. She tried to profit off. Oh, is it the Audacity? Isn't Audacity the same thing as Freemasons? Freemason? Or Jesuit? It was Jesuit. I think Itachi showed me that one too. Jesuit Catholic Church, Audacity. Man, there's some pics. Okay. Yeah, it's just so ridiculous, man. Yeah, catch you in the rebound too. We're supposed to get these pictures that Itachi's are linking. Yeah, peace everyone. Love y'all as well. I know you guys about bounce. We're bounce after these pictures. You guys, if you're not following Itachi on Twitter, you're making a giant mistake. He's always tweeting really good stuff. Oh wait, this. I was gonna look at this. I already saw a post about WeChat. But thanks for bringing this back up, man. You always gotta retweet what you're posting, man. He's always posting good stuff. Kobe Bryant's autopsy. What a joke. This is on WeChat. Can I open this in a new tab? That's what I have to do. 797. Kobe Bean Bryant. 20. And 82. I don't know. This is definitely a mockery. But I think there's just something low hanging. I know Death 20, but there's something here I'm missing, obviously. Like 20. I don't even get this 797. Murder 79. Jesuit Order 79. Death 97. Maybe Itachi has some input on that. Audacity Fake News Fragment Umbrella. Audacity of Hope 229. Oh, for sure, in general. I'm always glad to show this. Oh, the Chinese WeChat app. Yeah, it's just bogus. Again, it's more they're programming the Chinese people now about Kobe Bryant's death. It was real. Like this is what the helicopter did all this. Which I'm not saying it can't, but I mean, but the helicopter was different. I mean, that showed a different color helicopter and all that. This is all bogus. I don't think his arm was ripped off. I don't think that's what this means. I think this is how they do, right? So you can have more detail on this side of the body. That's my guess. Obviously, I'm not a coroner, but Kobe was vain. He took every deal possible. Yeah, that was part of the script. Yeah, Twitter people are waking up. Yeah, I do see that, man. I do see that, Daniel. Especially UK people. I see them. UK just seems way more awake, man. I know you guys might disagree, but man, I think UK just seems way more awake than America. Like this, I don't know. And the fact it's a smaller nation too, so you have like a smaller nation with less people, and that means you have a bigger percentage of people who are actually trying to do something. It's like maybe that's where we need to fucking go, and then maybe America will finally follow suit. Of course, there's a lot of sleep people in the UK, obviously, but I mean, it's breast nodules. Oh yeah, that's funny. Oh, Marianne, yeah, you're extremely. We're literally about to end the stream. Like people have already left. That's how much we're about to end the stream. I have to get back to work. But Marianne, as always, I know you just joined. I'll give you an example. Like we'll find something else to talk about. But it'll just be like a few minutes. You know what I mean? Because I'm already running super late. So again, this ex-officer indicted on wanted endangerment. We can see what they're updating this at, because this is what we we're trying to look at earlier. I hope my sound is up. No dumb tabs. 152. And they're wearing shirts that said 5'2". I know Kentucky thinks it's 56, but this thing,
For Breonna Taylor's family, the entire tragic story boils down to one question. Why were police breaking down her door in the middle of the night?
Because it was a ritual. That's not a question. We've answered this already. 653. It's a ritual. It's anything the police do is a ritual. There's nothing to question. They even have the 119 prime number. Oh my god. 119 prime number. All Seeing Eye Star David Saturn. 119th prime number 119 right here. It's Breonna Taylor. Called 911 Fraternal Order of Police 119. They're the ones who broke her door down. Breonna Taylor 191. The reshuffling 119. I mean, I don't like to do it normally, but in this case, especially you get the 191. Really, it's 191 like Society of Jesus, the 43rd prime, Kentucky 43. That's the main part they're doing there. Taylor 91 like Society of Jesus. Catholic 7135. Brianna 33 like Race War. 69 like Race War. Right? And then Race War Propaganda 99 like Atachi pointed out today is 99 days remaining. $115 killing Masonic 72 hours down there. Brett Hankinson, guy's an actor. Hankinson 42, 48 like nigger. You killed a black person in the riddle. Mike Tyson hasn't voted. This year he will. This is bullshit. I kind of want to see that, but I think there's something quicker we can look at. Stocks perform better when a Democrat is in the White House. History proves it. This is what I'm saying. Guys, I can't stress it enough. You guys heard guys, I spent like 20 minutes explaining price action, the markets, what to look for and whatever. So why does it do anything with it? Whether this is a Democrat or a Republican doesn't matter. Sure, if it could be part of if it is, it's because the big bankers are making it that way. Or the Catholic Church is making it that way.
This is about Bob Woodward's book.
The Parental 9221. This is just stupid. And they're talking about, Market 23. And it's funny, I was going to mention that earlier today, but there was nothing else in the date numerology that I really saw, but Market 23 is the 23rd day of the month. Let's see what SBI is at now. This thing at $33 fucking dollars. Holy shit, man. This stock we were looking at earlier, $46.67. Guys, when we were looking at this earlier, this thing hit a high of what? 15. Didn't I say your shorts can keep shorting it? Look, it gets squeezed. This thing hit a high of $46 today. 3,000%. I don't think I've ever seen anything squeeze this crazy. Guys, this thing opened up at like $4 today. This thing tenfolded today by this afternoon. The thing just hit a high. I think it's halted now on the way going down. It hit a high of $46.67. Sacrifice 46, but sacrifice does equal 67. That's interesting. Wow. And this thing was at $1 yesterday. $1. Wow. I've never seen a short squeeze this crazy in a long time. Guys, I think momentum's back. Because people are going to want to do this tomorrow. That's the whole thing. I don't think this is a one-time thing. UO and E did the same thing like a couple months ago. But yeah, that has nothing to do with the Democrats, Republicans, White House, all that type of shit. It's crazy. So yeah, I mean, teen accused of Tessa Major's murder allegedly confessed. It's just all bullshit. Can we get some murder numbers in this real quick? 1140, 40 connects to death. Dead 14, N14, 14-year-old boy arrested. December 11th. Is that December 11th, 2019?
We are confident that we have the person in custody who stabbed.
4417 numerology, kill numbers. So that's to today. And then we'll definitely end after this one. December 11th till today, and we'll close it off with Tessa Major's gematria. Because I'm definitely running behind. Guys, if you want homework for the market, I would watch more of this price action. It's not over. It's gonna come out of the halt. It might halt and get more, but it's gonna base out and maybe try to retest this middle of the area or something. I don't think these things are ever over. And tomorrow is gonna have continuation. Maybe not higher, but there'll be a lot of volatility in this tomorrow. It's not over till it's over with any of these. There's plenty of opportunity. That's why I'm not saying with FOMO. Sure, we all wish we could have loaded up, on the way up. But again, this is not the first time this has happened. This happened literally a few months ago with UONE. So these things happen again and again and again. It just doesn't. It's not worth beating yourself up over any of that type of stuff. It doesn't help you at all. So this is 11 weeks and 3 days later. 113, the big 113 dishonest mainstream green screen number. Murder 7. Wait, this is to the upcoming anniversary of her death, which is still important. It's murder 79, right? 7 days for upcoming anniversary. But they mentioned December 11th. I think that's when it happened. See, this is bad because I don't want to give you the wrong information, but I really want to get out of here. December 11th, 2019. So Tessa Majors was murdered by the federal government. At 55:30. Tessa Majors, 59. Was sacrificed 76. Kill 59. The 17 prime. There's a teen killed her. Teen 17. Tessa Majors, 140. A 14-year-old. It's a 14-year-old killed her, right? The 14-year-old teen. And we're closing some of this. Yeah, I already lost track. See, at 11:40, a 14-year-old teen. Luciana Lewis was also 14 at the time of the murder. Her name equals 140. Dead 14, N14. This is 287 days later. Span of 288. And everybody was connected to the Jesuits, but it's 41 weeks, USA 41. In reverse satanic, Jesuit equals 288. But, I want to be using that a lot more and more and more. I've been saying 288 more and more. And, yeah, I think, we can look at this a bit later, too. Rashawn Weaver, sounds like a black guy. Black boy, typical. Slave 14. Black man 57. Race war, connection to with the 156. So 41.6. Next 911 November is what I'm seeing for San Francisco. Debatable which year though. It's debatable which year, but it's gonna keep the day out. September 28th is hella sketchy. You guys, I really gotta go. I'm sorry, guys. You guys understand though. All right, guys, I'm gonna end the stream right now. I'll chat in the chat. So I'm not gonna stop the stream. I'm gonna look at the chat real quick, but I'm not gonna talk anymore. So peace out, guys. All right, guys. Well, I'm just gonna formally say goodbye. Oh, thanks, Adam. I'm glad you enjoyed that. Hey, thanks, Marianne. Yeah, I'm glad you're able to join and catch some of this. We saw some more riddles. That's perfect. This test of majors, we can follow up on that at some point, maybe. There's a lot more there, obviously, in this. So peace out, everyone. I love you all. Take care.